Yo, what's going on, party people, fat boy family? Listen, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I've got a list of my 10. I don't think this is all inclusive. I don't think this is completely exhaustive, but I got a list of my 10 clones, starting with some things we can still wear for summer, transitioning into fall and cooler weather that you definitely need to make sure you pick up. Hopefully you already have, but if you don't, some of these you may have never heard of. Some of them you probably have heard talked about. But a couple of these, I don't think people are really talking about a lot, but these are 10, my top 10 clones as of today. In the words of Stephen A, the list is fluid. So this could change in a couple of weeks or probably next month. But I think this is a solid 10 clones you need to get. So let me shut up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get into it. From the House of Grandeur Elite, we've got that Avenue London. Now, this is a clone of Bond No. 9 Greenwich Village. If you love that fresh, floral, fruity, musky accord that you get from the Greenwich Village, you know, if you love that ambroxan that Bond does so well, that lychee, they got some orange in here, jasmine, a little bit of praline, vanilla oak moss. Like Greenwich Village, to me, kind of like Silver Mountain Water, is one of the hardest DNAs to really pull off. And shout out to honorable mention Joe Milano, Game of Spades Win. They have a version that I think is pretty solid, but I think this actually takes the cake. You get a lot more of those florals that come through in here versus what you get from the Joe Milano Game of Spades Win. So that one I would say is probably like, I give it a 75 or 80. You know what I'm saying? It's passing. You know, it's like, okay, I can tell they're trying to go after Greenwich Village. But this, to me, I think captures more of the DNA. I'm going to give this a high B. I'm going to give this like an 89, 90. Definitely, because more of those florals come through from opening to finish. I think the sweetness of this is definitely good. Let's keep it moving, though. Hopefully, you've seen me talk about this before. But if you love that Rabanne Invictus Platinum DNA, then you're absolutely gonna love this. From the House of Armagh, we got that Odyssey Aqua. Now listen, this is one of them ones where I'm like, yo, you don't even have to buy the OG. Respect the OG, and you can see, you know, I actually wear my fragrances. But this right here, the performance, the longevity, is absolutely crazy. We're talking at least an 8 to 10 hour banger, an entire work day. Sillage on this is gonna be real crazy. And you know, 6 to 8 sprays on this might be a little offensive, but it's definitely gonna get you through the whole day. Some of the night, you're not gonna have to reapply this. You're not gonna have to spray again. But again, Odyssey Aqua, definitely an everyday scent. You were gonna kill them at the job at work with this. You can wear this all year round, but definitely good wrapping up the summer, going into fall. Let's keep it going. You know, it wouldn't be right if we didn't have something from the House of Lattafa. Probably, other than Aventus, probably one of the most replicated and inspired DNAs ever, that Baccarat Rouge 540. But we got from the House of Lattafa that Anna Abiyade Rouge. Beautiful bottle. Now, I know a lot of people are partial to Ariana Grande's Cloud, which I think is good. I think it's very playful. I know everybody else probably appreciates, another honorable mention, Armagh's Club de Nuit Untold. I think that's more reminiscent of the Extrait. You know what I'm saying? Because Baccarat, you have the Extrait as well. Because Untold is like strong. Like it'll hit you in the face, like boom. Like, and I think this is a good layering combination, but this right here, I think captures the DNA so well. And you'd be shocked. I mean, you can find this for like $14, $15. And you would think something this cheap is not that good. But honestly, I would say if you really just want to capture the essence, Ariana Grande Cloud, like it smells like it, but it smells like playful. It smells like it, they added, you know, you got that burnt sugar in Baccarat, but they kind of added that cotton candy. Untold, that saffron is just like, that saffron and jasmine is a knockout. This right here, absolutely perfect. Again, we got the Anna I'm butchering that name. That Aventus Rouge. All right. So I already kind of talked about Joe Milano. You know what I'm saying? I love Joe Milano, not Joe Malone, but Joe Milano, their Game of Spades line. I think so underrated, not enough people talk about, but some of the best dupes. I think a lot of people try to match. I love Bond Number 9. It's one of my favorite houses because of the way they do Ambroxan. I love Ambroxan, and not a lot of people can pull that off without not doing enough or doing too much. And if you know Bond Number 9, you know they're really known for their Ambroxan and their fragrances. But this one definitely took the world by storm. And kind of like this, like Grandeur has their own version. To me, this takes the cake. Definitely clears out a whole football arena. Joe Milano, Game of Spades wild card. This is a dupe of Bond Number 9 Lafayette Street. Like I said, you can tell we're going from summer, you know what I'm saying, getting towards that cool weather. And I think this is a great transition scent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may not, like, I remember when I first talked about this, I was like, it's like white teas in the summertime. That's when spring first hit, is when I kind of talked about this. Summer nights or whatever, but definitely going into fall, like walking through campus, going to a football game. Oh my God, brunch? This gonna kill them. This gonna kill them. Again, let me show y'all one more time from the house of Joe Milano, Game of Spades, wild card. An amazing fresh scent. All right, y'all already know we got an apple bomb, a ginger bomb on the way. If you love YSL Y Parfum, which everybody does. I know a lot of people are familiar with Maison Alhambra's clone called Yeah, and it's good, but I still think this is 1-1. This gets an A. Bond, that Game of Spades wild card gets a 94, 95. This gets a 97, 98. From the house of fragrance world, we have F Le Parfum. When I say this is 1-1, this is 1-1. You know what I'm saying? Especially a lot of us, you probably have the YEDT, the YEDP. Some of you probably have the Elixir. You probably have myself. But if you're interested in looking at the Parfum and you want, like, save the money, don't go buy that. You can actually get away with this. And I prefer this bottle style to Maison Alhambra's version. The EDP looks weird. Their Parfum version is cool, but this right here, like I said, that apple, that ginger that Y line is known for, absolutely crazy. Fragrance World did their thing on that. They definitely probably get summa cum laude. No, they get cum laude. They get cum laude out the group. All right, next up, imitating, inspired by, dupe, clone, one of the most replicated DNAs known to mankind. You already know Aventus. But from the house of Dumont Paris, we have that Nitro Intense. So I have platinum, I have black, but this is the Intense. And honestly, I could have put Club de Nuit's new release, Armaf's new release, Club de Nuit Pro Show, which I think is a true representation of Absolute Aventus. You know what I'm saying? That muskiness, that wood. I don't know why I'd be wanting to say it's praline, and I don't think it's praline, but it does come off a little like that. But the smokiness. But this right here is even more smoky, especially on the dry down. I think on the opening, you kind of get thrown off because it's juicy, but it doesn't last long. You immediately get hit with that smoke. And the dry down, you're smelling, you're almost like, is it oud in here? Like, it's a lot of wood in here, man, and pause. But yeah, I think this is definitely, especially from the Nitro line, I think they're all good to own. If you're trying to go more for a smoky aspect of Creed Aventus, definitely get this one. If you just want more that juicy accord, get the platinum. If you just want that Aventus DNA that's real juicy, kind of reminiscent of the original Aventus release, get the platinum. I think that's dope. But again, from the house of Dumont Paris, we got that Nitro Intense. All right, so we've made some great transitions. My favorite fragrance from the house of Bond Number 9, New York Nights. And let me tell you something. I love it so much that I will continue to buy it. But during those times where I really ain't got the bread to just go out there and drop it like that, from the house of Dua brand, A Night in New York. Oh my goodness. And y'all look at the dent. Look at the dent in that. Caramel, 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 caramel. And just, oh my, look at the atomizer. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Now, Mancera, I think, has some of the best atomizers. But Dua brand, second to none. Like, only second to Mancera. That's crazy. But yeah, y'all can see. And like I did with NAZAR, I gotta show you. I gotta show you. Look at that oil, man. Look at that oil. I don't think as much oil as NAZAR has, but look at that oil. Look at that oil. But yeah, absolutely masterful. I've already given out a 93, 95, 97 or whatever. This another one that gets a 97 or a 98. Like, you gotta have this in the collection. Dua brand does things so well. They hit on almost everything. There's very few things that they miss on. But if you love that caramel DNA that you get from a New York Nights, and you don't want to spend that Bond number 9 money, Jomo Shop probably is getting ready to have a sale here around holiday season. You're probably gonna be able to get New York Nights at a nice sale or whatever. But other than that, man, listen, this one of them ones. For real, this one of them ones, all right? Let's keep it moving. The first fragrance review I ever did was Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum. Still my favorite scent, hands down, over and over. I think if you're a man, that's what a man should smell like. And yeah, we're talking roughly, what, right now, prices are up. So usually it goes on sale. I think Le Male Elixir might be cheaper than Le Male Le Parfum right now. And you're probably talking, you know, anywhere plus $120, $140, something like that. But one of those things that I think gets a solid, I'm gonna say 90, maybe a low A, 93. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the grading scale is where y'all are, but we got Essentia L'Homme. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what house this is from, but I just know everything will be linked down in the description. And you can clearly see what they were going after. Essentia L'Homme Le Parfum. I got a spread. Whew. This is one of them ones. This is longevity, projection. Again, Le Male Le Parfum is definitely one of those things. Sillage, we probably, like, it's probably not the biggest sillage beast if you want to leave a scent trail, unless you're just doing OD sprays. But as far as people within like a 10-foot radius of you, oh yeah, like, this is my, like, literally, once the weather hits about 70, or let's just really say 65, this is my everyday wear. I love this. Like I said, I still have the OG. I have Le Male Elixir, which are two of my favorites. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Probably goated. First of all, y'all see that dent? I got another bottle, but y'all see that dent? From the house of Afnan. One of the most hype, worthy of the hype, goated fragrances, goated clones of all time. Cloning Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. We have Afnan 9 PM. Using apple instead of pear, but it's the vanilla in here is crazy. This is one of them, this gets 100. Matter of fact, no, I can't say that, because to me, the next scent gets 100. I have it. So this gets a 99. No, we're going to just have 2 cents. This gets 100. No, I won't, you know what? I won't disrespect the OG like that. I won't disrespect the OG like that. This gets a 99. This gets a 99. We won't do hundreds. We going to respect the OG. But you don't buy the OG no more. Don't buy Ultra Male no more. Buy this. This right here, perfection. Massive, 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 mass appealing fragrance. Crazy compliments. The scent trail on this, oh, it's gonna break any neck. It's gonna break any neck. It's gonna break any neck. And then the other, last but not least, the other 99 that I'm giving out today, a highly anticipated release from under, I think French Avenue is under Paris Corner, or Fragrance World. Fragrance World. from the house of French Avenue Liquid Broom. What do you think this is cloning? Just look, I've already talked about this, but look at it. Parfums de Marly, Althair, Althair. I really say Althair. I heard somebody say Althair though, and I kind of looked at it. I was like, I think Althair may be the right pronunciation, but I like Althair better. I'm gonna probably just say Althair going forward. But this right here, this gets just the other 99. That cardamom. Let's just take a moment. That's so good, man. That's homecoming. That's Thanksgiving. That's Christmas. That's New Year's. Like, that gets 99. I think the list is pretty good. You let me know. Y'all let me know what you think. Y'all let me know what you think. I've been talking. I'm trying not to hit that 20-minute mark, but you let me know. But that's one of them ones. Fall, fat boy season, cuddle season, work. I wouldn't wear it to the gym because somebody gonna want to touch you. But yeah, it's like that. But let you know, that's my 10. Holla at your boy. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already have these. Do you have it? Like I said, I'll post all the information in the description where you can purchase these, where I purchased them from. I don't have any discount codes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know who to go to for that. Hopefully that'll be changing soon. But yeah, let me know. What do you think of my 10? It's kind of like Stephen A's, his A-list. Stephen's A-list. The list is fluid. The list is fluid. But for right now, those are 10 that I think definitely get your hands on. It's going to allow you to smell amazing leaving summer, going into fall, going into winter. You're going to smell amazing for a fraction of the cost of what it would cost you to buy all of the OGs of this. But I think that's definitely a great top 10. Y'all let me know. Let's engage in the comments. Until the next time, I holla at your boy, Fat Boy Family. Y'all be easy.